Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You. Today you join me on a very cold Lindholme lakes and are into the first fish of the day. And it's, to be honest, it's just a slow and steady pull round, and it's a slow and steady fight. This could be a decent fish. You can see this map parabolic working fantastic, lovely, bending the rod. And we're fishing a little bit of a different method today, and what we're doing is fishing a PVA bag on a bomb, and effectively we're just trying to bait up these nice little piles of bait and waiting for these bigger fish to come along. And this feels like a big fish. It's not screamed off, and it's just a low and slow plod. So I've got a feeling that this could be quite a decent sized fish. And I've gone with the map parabolic rod today, 11 foot, to give me that playing action and that little bit of stability. It is a windy day. We're just trying to keep this rod nice and low. And we're on 8-pound Daiwa hyper sensor today. We're using a map parabolic reel with this 11 foot map parabolic rod. I've got a feeling this could be a really good fish. Starting to wake up a little bit now. And as we know, Loco's has some absolutely huge fish in it. Just want to try and get it away from on this side. There's some reeds and some tree roots. We've not got the drag on light, but we haven't got it on super tight either. We want to allow this fish to be able to pull line off. And we've got a nice little bomb on today. It's one of the ICM. It's a lovely fish. Definitely into double figures. It looks like it's just rolled over the line a little bit, so I'm not going to stab at him. It's a lovely mirror. Close, if not double figures. Just want to be nice and steady. It's winter fishing, so we don't want to lose anything. It looks like it's just rolled over on the line as well. And it's a good old fish, is that. See if we can actually get him in the net. We got his head in. We got his tail in. There we go. What we'll do is just give that a little bit of clip. Get a little bit of line out of the way. Oh, and he's a great fish. Oh. Now this, guys, is what this method is all about. Lift it over here so we can see. This is what we were looking for. Let's get him hooked. Right, guys, these are the kind of fish that we can have fishing this method. I don't want to lift him up too much. He's a big boy. He's well into double figures, as you can see, and just a really killer method. Let's get him back, and we're gonna get him back, and we're gonna have a look through this method. guys, let's have a look at the tackle and the bait and the way that we put it all together. Now, the rod that we used to tame that big boy was the Map Parabolic X, and that's with the Map Parabolic X reel as well, and this is a 3,500 capacity, and we've got that with Daiwa Hypersensor 8 pound straight through to one of these little big boys. And these are, everybody should have seen these by now. They are the ICM system from Preston, and effectively it's just a stalk, and we've got slid on a bomb which is 20 gram, and as always we've got a little quick change bead underneath it, and we're going to show you how to put this all together. So for this part we'll just leave this alone. What I'm going to do is bring over the little box which has the PVA bags. So just before I put this on, what I'm going to do is going to just cut to a quick clip that shows you how we make these really simple PVA bags. Right guys, so obviously you've just been through the setup, so what I'm going to do is show you what I use to make the PVA bags and how quick and easy it is to put them together. So PVA mesh, now I've got all sorts of different types you can get out there. These are about 10 quid or less, and effectively what they are is PVA meshing. So there's a little tool that's for plunging them down. The meshing sits on the side of the tube. Now obviously you can't do this and get it wet, or if you're going to keep it and you're going to get condensation, then obviously your bags are going to dissolve. So I'm going to keep the bags in the house this time of year, and then take them out tomorrow. So you can see there's a knot in the bottom, so it's really simple and easy to do. So effectively what we're going to do, I only want small bags. I've got some 4mm pellets, obviously again make sure they're nice and dry, and we're just going to put those 3 offerings into the meshing, and you can see, pull out a little bit of meshing, and you can see that little bag there is about the size that I want. So what we're going to do is just gently make sure it's all compacted down into a nice bag, and then we're just going to tie it nice and simple. Just pull it tight and get your fingers trapped next to the mesh, and you just want to pull a little bit out, get your fingers in and just do an overhand knot, and you pass that back through like so. But before you pull it down, make sure you pull the knot down so it's tight next to the bag, and then what you want to do is just repeat that process again, but not tight to the bag this time, because what you want to do, just get it through, is make another knot around a couple of mil in front of that, just so you can start again on your next one. And just get a knife or some scissors and trim through, ready for your next one. And we've got a nice little bag that's ready to go and ready to be hooked on, casted out on that bomb rig, and hopefully we'll have a fish on it. Right guys, now you've obviously seen how we make them. It's time now to put them on. So the hook link, like I said, has got a yellow wafter on this one with a Q-curve size 14. The other one that I've got is a larger hook, a size 12 KKMB with a larger pellet is what I've had on that, and that's what we had the big one at the start. The line on this one is 018, on the other one it's 020. It's good to have a various different styles of hook links when you're sort of trying to catch different styles of fish. So the bags themselves, now I've got one of these little hooker tools. It's just basically a bit like your quick stop needle, but with a hook on the end of it. As simple as that, really. And the thing that I prefer is one what they call a gated hook, and what that does is it allows you to make it flat so it doesn't catch onto the bag like this one does, which is really annoying. So what I'm going to do first is just push this all the way through the bag, and I put a little bit of pressure on there, and all I do is put the loop of the hook link over on it, and I've got a couple of hook links tied, and the reason I do this is so then we have easy to change and you've got them ready to go. So I'll pull that through all the way through to the other side, and then we just slide it all the way down so that the hook is just sat underneath this bag. What we'll do is put this back over here because we don't need that now. So I'll just put that in close to camera. You can see it just sits there nicely underneath, and when that PVA bag melts, it's just gonna dissolve, leave a pile, and obviously your bait's gonna be sat on there. So what we'll do is we'll get the rod and grab hold of the bomb, and as you imagine, it's quite easy to do. I just use my teeth to open the little gate that's on there, and we get the PVA bag, and all we do is, a bit windy today, grab hold of the loop, and just how you would attach any hook link, we put it on, but you make sure you pull it right to the end of the bead and it stays on the bead. Last thing you need to do is hook a fish like we just did, and then end up losing it because we haven't put the clip back over. So then the rig itself sits like that, and it's ready to cast out. It's nice and simple. All the prep work's done at the home. I recommend having obviously the EVA boxes because this zips over, so if you do get any sprinkles or rain, then it's all sat in that box nice and safe and it's not going to dissolve. So I'm going to chuck it out and hopefully catch some more fish. Right guys, we're into another fish. Seems like an F1. It's coming slow again. I never know if it's an F1 or a carp. It's nowhere near as heavy as what it was before. But I know because the F1s go to a good size in here, because it could be a good F1, could be a smaller carp. It's just coming nice and steady, like the other one did. Just making myself aware that got some reeds on my left. Nice and steady. Loving this Mac parabolic. Such a lovely action on it. And this one's on a yellow wafter. Looks like a nice little F1 at 3 or 4 pounds. I'd say 2 or 3 pounds maybe. Oh, and then it goes. It's a lovely F1. Got a bit of backwind on. We'll get the gloves off so we can pick him up for you. It's a good stamp. F1s in Locos. Oh, that's a lovely F1. By anyone's standard is that one. Knocking on 3 pounds all day long. Let's get him back in. Well guys, I hope this video has been helpful to you, and you know, it's something different, and you know, we've luckily strung a few fish together, and obviously that really decent one as well is what we were aiming at. And it is a little bit more of a sit and wait method. Takes a little bit longer to get them in, to get fish on, but usually they're a bigger stamp, which is obviously the carp that we're aiming for early doors. And you know, we achieved what we needed to do. So if you want to join us on the playlist and have a look at, if there's anything else you'd like to do, we do a lot of reviews. We've got lots of content on there, lots of different sort of features and challenge videos, all sorts of things. If you want to join us on the Facebook group at Angling For You, there's about 5,000 members on there, great people, always willing to help. There's no one that's there that's making fun or anything like that. Any question, if you don't know the answer, is a decent question. So feel free to do that. If you want to join us just for pictures, angling_for_you on Instagram. And if you could like, share and subscribe, it'd be fantastic. And until the next one, guys, hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer and we can not be in Alaska mode. And yeah, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Tight lines.